Hello, this is a 100 subscriber special. So this means that this week at some point I've reached 100 subscribers and I've been reliably informed I need to release something a bit unusual and a bit different to celebrate that. So I've had a few requests for this one. This is the first of my international songs, if you like, my first song from Japan, and it's going to be a very popular one that hopefully you'll all have heard and will all know. So do enjoy it. Thank you. Okay, this is the tutorial video for Ponyo. We're going to start by having a look at the chords. They're not too difficult for this piece. We're then going to spend a little bit longer looking at the strumming, because there's two parts to the strumming pattern here and it's a little bit more challenging in this song. Okay, let's have a look at the chords first of all. So the chords are as follows. We have a G, a C, an A, a D, and an E minor. So nothing too difficult, but you've got to move your fingers around in this one a little bit, and so it just needs a little bit of practice. Okay, let's have a look at those chords one at a time. So we're going to start with the G, 3 fingers as shown. Strum along. And our C, with our red sticker, or our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, as shown in the diagram. And now, the slightly trickier ones, the D, which is our 2nd finger across the top 3 strings of the 2nd fret. And the A. If you're not sure about the A, it's like an F. There's an F. Just lift that 1st finger up 1 string and there's an A. And the E minor. There's the E minor. 1, 2, 3. Have a look at that on the diagram and spend a moment if you're not sure. So let's just go through those chords with the strumming pattern. Our down, down, up, down, up. Let's start on the G and go from there. Just try and follow along with that strumming pattern. It's a slow speed. G, and C, and we'll go in D, and an A, time, a bit faster. G and D and C and A and E minor. Now don't worry if you didn't get those transitions perfect every time. The order's slightly different to that anyway, but I just wanted to put them all together and practice those 5 chords in one pattern. Now let's look at the chorus and the verse separately, and you'll see the 2 chord patterns that you've got to contend with. Right, let's start by looking at the chorus, which is the main Ponyo theme that you'll be familiar with. Now this is tricky because it's got 2 strumming patterns sort of interwoven. The first is the down, down, up, down, up that we've been looking at already, and then as the line progresses, the song line progresses, it switches to a down, down, up, down, down, up. So it's a very simple down, down, up, down, down, up. So it's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And you can see the pattern I've just played for the first line of the song. So it starts on a G with the long strumming pattern, and then switches to the short strumming pattern for the C and the G again. And then stays on that one for the C, G, and an A, and a D. I'm going to sing that first couple of lines for you so you see how that all fits together. So it goes like this. Ponyo, 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 fishy in the sea, tiny little fishy, who could you really be? And and then it carries on over the same again with the down, down, up, down, up once, with the words Ponyo, 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 and then the down, down, up for the rest of it. So let's put that first, that chorus together, and you'll see how it works. We'll do it slowly to begin with so you can sing along and get the hang of that, and then I'll do it at speed. So slowly first. Ponyo, 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 fishy in the sea, tiny little fishy, who could you really be? Ponyo, 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 magic set you free. Oh, she's a little girl with a round tummy. Let's do that one more time, a little bit faster. Ponyo, 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 fishy in the sea, tiny little fishy, who could you really be? Ponyo, 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 magic set you free. Oh, she's a little girl with a round tummy. Now that's the main chorus, the main part of the song that we all know, and we use that as an introduction. So play that first of all without the lyrics, and that's your introduction, and then you sing it for the chorus to start the song. Then we have verse 1, then we do the chorus again, then verse 2, and then we do the chorus twice at the end. So that's the really main bit of the song. Once you've mastered that, you're in good shape for the rest of the song. Right, next let's look at the verses. Now the verses, as I said, are split into two parts, and there's two verses, so they are both quite long, and they have the same strumming pattern at the main down, down, up, down, up, but we're going to do it a lot faster, because that way the song really takes off and really flows beautifully, and you get the sort of lively, spirited feeling that I think is appropriate for the little Ponyo character who bounces around everywhere she goes in the film. So let's have a look at that, and what we're going to do is we're basically going to double the speed, and it's going to go like this. You can sort of use the first tip, tippy toe to sort of find your way in, so sort of hold back and then just speed up if you need to. It's going to go something like this. Tip, tippy toe, jump, jump and hop. Now that I've got my legs, I cannot stop. Pad, paddy, pad, waving hello. Come and hold hands with me and dancing we go. So it's a lot faster, and that's where you need to be able to do your chord transitions very quickly. So let's just go through those chords at that speed. So it's a G, D, G, C, G, D, G, D, G, C, D, G. So let's just start with that one. Let's practice it just a tiny bit slower. So it's like this. Same again. And then the second half of the verse goes like this, and I'll sing it again to you, and then I will go through the chords. My feet are skipping my heart too. Happy, happy, I'll be home. Maybe I might love you, maybe I might love you. So hold on tight and hold me close. You're my hero. Okay, so it starts off with the D followed by the E minor, and that's quite a tricky transition. The good news is you do the strumming pattern twice on each one, so you've got longer to put that together. Let's practice that. It's D, E minor followed by D and G. Let's do it slowly and then speed it up. Carry on with the C, G, E minor again, G, C and D, and it'll go like this. Let's try and sing that whole second half of the verse so you can see how it goes together. My feet are skipping my heart too. Happy, happy, I'll be home. Maybe I might love you, maybe I might love you. So hold on tight and hold me close. You're my hero. transitions that you need to get your head around, and that is the speed of the strumming. And I'm sure you'll be able to strum at that speed, but the trick is to strum and do the chord transitions carefully. So have a bit of time practicing that before you get the full song. Now you'll have noticed straight away at the end of that second part of the verse, I slowed down dramatically with the words, "You're my hero," and that's because when we go back to the chorus, we're going to slow it down again. So that's a nice little link, basically a nice little fade, where it allows the tempo to fade away, taking us back into the chorus. So I'll do that final line, going into that, "So you're my hero," and then take you into the chorus so you can see how the two link together and how the speed changes and how you do that. Hold on tight and hold me close. Oh my hero, Ponyo, 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 fishy in the sea. Tiny little fishy, who could you really be? Ponyo, 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 magic set you free. Oh pretty little girl, will you swim back to me? Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. It is quite a tricky transition from the verse into the chorus, but once you've got the hang of that change in speed, change in tempo, I think you'll find the rest of the song flows really nicely. The rest of the choruses and the second verse are exactly the same as we've done so far, so you can spend a bit of time looking at the different patterns and chords we've looked at in the video. Make sure you really got your head around it comfortably, and then you can have a look at the sing-along when it's released next week. Do have fun. Thank you.